Hi there, my name's Janek. Today I'm here to teach you about the volleyball set. So pick up your bag and let's get to it. First things first, whether or not we want to admit it, we're to a large degree the product of our influences from our parents, coaches, and people around us. So it's important when teaching these skills to keep in mind how to approach it and to be positive role models. When looking at motor skills, it's a function in which involves the precise movement of muscles with the intent to perform a specific act. Open skills is performed in an unstable environment where the starting point is determined by the environment. Closed skills is performed in a stationary environment where the performer chooses where they want to start the skill. In this case, I'm going to be going over how to teach a volleyball set to grade 9 to 12. Starting at grade 9, it will be a little bit more specific, and then as you go up, you can use a couple more of the little tips and tricks that I provide. For movement concepts, volleyball can be characterized by movement patterns including first step quickness, multiplanar movement, movements in all directions, level changes, up and down movements, and high level of force production, which is producing movement quickly. As you can see in this video, when the ball is traveling to another part of the court, you have to move and get your body behind the ball. For movement patterns, there are generalized movements that apply to a range of specific actions. Spinal, head and tail, so due to moving and spinning your body to adjust where you are receiving it. Now, when we're looking at skill cues, it's important to see how the ball is shaped around our hands. This is one of the most important steps in order to figure out how to set a ball. Getting your hands around the 3-part panel on the ball, having thumbs same distance apart as the forefingers, your ball needs to stick in there, just like this. See how my fingers are around the 3 parts of the ball? It's important to face your target when setting the ball. It's also important to step first with your right foot like in the video here. When you step with your left foot, oftentimes your shoulders get a little tipsy and they don't face your target properly. Oftentimes this will lead to setting the ball too close to the net when you want to actually not set it like that. So always remember to step with your right foot. As I said before, it's important to face the target and have your fingers be at the top of your forehead. Your shoulders should also face forward just like this. Your arms should be parallel, almost pushing through and extending them like Superman. But when your arms flick out like this, the ball could go anywhere and it's very tipsy. So it's important to do the Superman arms just like this. It can be useful to remember that your hands are twins so that they don't go crazy and fall apart just like that. Making sure that the lower half of your body is balanced and strong with a staggered step like in the video. Having strength and power from both front and back with slight weight shift will allow for a much more balanced set. It's important to notice that my right side of the body would be beside the net and I'd be stepping into the set. It's also important to note that you need to step into the set and not just do a little staggered step like that. If you have a staggered step, sometimes it can be hard to be perfectly balanced and shifting your weight forward. So some people use the toe drag as demonstrated in order for a better set so they're not as imbalanced. Putting all that together, it's important to remember that your arms should be Superman and go straight up. You should remember to keep your hands on the 3 panels. You can also think of it like drinking a 2-liter bottle of pop. To face your target and to have a steady stance and body build. Sometimes for beginners, it can be hard to learn how to have simple ball setting skills so that you're not carrying the ball. So doing a skill and passing drill just like this, where you're just setting to yourself, it'll allow you to recognize how to hold the ball properly. One very common mistake when setting the ball is not having proper communication skills. When that happens, oftentimes people will run into each other and fall on the ground just like this. Another common for most volleyball athletes is setting the ball and carrying it. This means holding the ball for too long, just like that. This can be common in younger ages. As you get older, this is still common, but one thing that's more common is carrying the ball under your neck. This is called a carry as well. So see here, I will set it from under my neck and not above my head. When you're doing that, that's a carry as well. That's very common. Another common error is flicking your wrists out. Oftentimes when students flick their wrists out, the ball is unpredictable in where it's going to go and could really just go anywhere. Thanks for watching.